Happy Sunday. It's a beautiful morning to be alive. I feel a little indifferent this morning. I broke my fast yesterday, and I didn't prepare for it. I was just I was reading. I just couldn't stop thinking about food, and I just kind of finally it's kind of like going on a bender or something. And I felt the difference this morning. It's a different morning, but it's all okay. It's because I wasn't prepared. I didn't, I ate things that I wouldn't have chosen because I didn't have any food here. But, my friend I live with, he eats. So I ended up having like some this organic brown rice with some avocado oil and some tapatio hot sauce, and I had a few pieces of toast with vegan butter and some organic apple butter, and it was pleasing in the moment. I mean, it was like. It's almost kind of a little ravenous about it all. But I woke up this morning about, I don't know, 2:30 or 3, and yeah, I could feel my stomach kind of working overtime. There was a bit of a heartburn and, all the symptoms, And so I stayed up for just a little while. I drank my tea and had some water, and I went and laid back down, and I feel fine. I'm not beating myself up or anything. It's not about that, but it's just interesting how, we can, fall short of what we planned. Now, if I could go back in that particular moment in time, I would have been talking to you this morning still fasting, but that's the way that goes. And like I said, I don't beat myself up. It's just, it's all a process. It's just an ongoing process, and that's all it is, ever is. And, the one thing I'm assured of is that I'm on the right track. My first one, I went 3 days. Second one, I went 11 days. This one, I went 13 days. So, each time I'm progressing. So, that's a step in the right direction. But, overall, like I just weighed myself, and I seem to be stabilizing right around 148. So that's good. I'm not like ending up like anemic or something and losing all my weight. So I can tell that the process is working. Each day of fasting is really a way to see what your body is doing and what it's capable of. And the thing that I do recognize is that there is still a considerable amount of detox that goes on all the time, no matter what, because whether you're putting things in your mouth or breathing it, we're fighting off toxic energy all the time. That's our body is just under a barrage of that, and so doing the cleaning process is really good. It's really a good thing. So it's all good. I feel fine. And, I was reading another one of my favorite books, and I didn't mention this one yesterday, but it's written by this same writer, Don Michael Miguel Ruiz, and this is it, The Mastery of Love. And it's a marvelous book, by the way. It really awakens a lot of the problem. And I've had a lot of these exact problems, so I could totally relate to the book. But there was this one paragraph that I wanted to share because it's really where I'm at, what I'm really striving to experience. And I am experiencing it, quite frankly, day by day. So, yeah, this is just a small paragraph from The Mastery of Love. And it says, the happiest moments in our lives are when we are playing just like children, when we are singing and dancing, when we are exploring and creating just for fun. It is wonderful when we behave like a child, because this is the normal human mind, the normal human tendency. As children, we are innocent, and it is natural for us to express love. But what has happened to us? What has happened to the whole world? Something to think about, you know. And I realized I had lost a lot of my innocence, and got jaded pretty early in life. And so I'm enthused and excited and regenerated with wonder and enthusiasm and this playfulness. And so I attribute all that to urine therapy. It's reversing me. And I love that part. I really do. I really love that part, because I do feel like I'm becoming born into a whole new body. And it's just filled with the God that I am. And it's just pouring out with love. And it's all about drinking the love, because I think that by doing your urine therapy, it is really the greatest expression of self-love, because it's very awakening, it's very humbling, it's very cleansing, and I think it really connects us to our deeper self, our real God consciousness. And um, yeah, there's a lot of self-love there. So I wrote a poem about that yesterday, and I aptly entitled it exactly what I'm titling the show today, because it just seemed appropriate to do it. And it's called Take the Plunge, Drink Your Love. Divine love flows through us like a gold elixir. Its magic and wonder awakens the senses. We all possess it. It's liquid love. Oh, thank you for sharing. My phone's prompting me. We all possess it. It's liquid love, naturally filtered through our blood. Let go of fear. Cancel all that. Let your love flow. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, God. I'm going to just, I'm going to start back a line or two, okay? Let's try this again. We all possess it. It's liquid love, naturally filtered through our blood. Let go of fear. Cancel that out. Let your love flow and erase all your doubts. Fear is enslavement. Love sets you free. God's love flows through you, and it flows out in P. So stop all the madness from below and above. Just take the plunge and drink all your love. A little something like that. So, I do feel a little bit off this morning. I haven't walked. I haven't done my urine rubbing. Um, but it's all good, you see. And the reason I share any of this is just to, assure people that it's always a process. There's if you're striving for perfection, that's fine. But if you're going to obsess over perfection, you might want to reconsider or redirect that, because the best we can do is the best we can do. And every day is an opportunity to renew and recreate ourselves. So that's all I'm going to do is today is a new day, and I'm starting to recreate myself once again. And I do that with love because, you see, I drink the pee, and I've learned to love myself. And you know what? I like who I am. I do. It took me a long, long time to get to a point where I really like who I am. I really love myself, and I love sharing myself. So, these are important elements, and I attribute it to drinking my pee. So, always remember, piss is bliss. So, with all that being said, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful, marvelous day. And boom! You just been loved.